I have been able to infer a very interesting thing about politics and politicians. Commonly, we blame politicians for spreading hatred and for creating divide among people on the basis of religion. And we keep on criticizing all the politicians for this fact that politicians create divide among people and they spread hatred among people on the basis of our religion. But I want all of you to understand one thing is that politics is nothing different than market. Politics is nothing different than doing business into the market. I mean, for example, an organization need customers, whatever product or service they are dealing in. So when a company or an organization is continuously trying to sell their product or service to us people. On the other hand, in exact similar fashion, politicians are trying to sell themselves to us, or in other words, to their customers. And I have already told you once in a video that market does not work on morality. Market works only and only on one thing, and that one thing is profit. If the market thinks that they can make profit by selling you poison, tell me why there are organizations selling tobacco to humans, selling liquor to humans, when they know that tobacco and alcohol is very harmful for human and for human body. Why are they still selling it to people? Why it is still allowed to sell tobacco and alcohol in market? Because it sells, because it assures profit into the account books of companies and organizations. So now if you judge politics and politicians on same ground, this is exactly what politicians are doing. Politicians are doing business. They are running an organization which we know by the name of their party name. In the context of India, we have BJP, we have Congress. In USA, we have Republicans, we have Democrats. So you can look at them as organization. It is their company. And now to run their company, they need buyers, they need customers. So now when it comes to find buyers for their organization, they need people. They need people who get agreed to buy from them. They need people who get agreed in context of business. They need people who get agreed to pay their money to them. And in the context of politicians and in the context of politics, they need people who get agreed to cast their vote in favor of them. Our money makes organizations and companies successful. Our vote makes politicians and their political parties successful. And both of these entities, market and politics, does not work on morality. They work on their profit. So when market runs on our money, politics run on our vote, and both of them need us, the buyers, the customers. And for both of them, more than morality, their own profit matters. If market can book profit on selling poison, they sell poison. And it is not only about tobacco and alcohol, even sugar is a slow poison. Even consuming too much of salt is harmful for human body. Even consuming palm oil, even consuming refined flour is harmful for human body. But we are happily buying it. Why? Because these companies and organizations have been able to brainwash us into believing as if we are doing something good to us by buying their harmful product. In a way, pizza is also harmful. In a way, Maggie is also harmful. In a way, all the biscuits we are buying is also harmful. But we are still paying our money to buy all these things from market, because market has been successfully able to brainwash us into believing as if there is something good in it for us. And how market brainwashed us, how they actually made us pay our money to their product and to their services, no matter whether they are good for us or not. Now this is where you need to begin listening very carefully. All of these companies and organizations have been able to make us pay our money to them by emotionally building connection with us, by emotionally stimulating us, and by emotionally drawing our attention to them, to their product and to their service. And this is how marketing works, and this is what whole of the advertisement industry is trying to do, to emotionally draw our attention to the product or to the service or to the company, so that anyhow they can make us pay our money to them, no matter whether the product is good for us. If the advertisements and the promotion and the marketing will be able to convince us somehow, we will go and pay our money to the organization or to the company, and we will buy their product, we will buy their service. I've just given you examples. Refined flour, sugar, salt is not good for our body, but we are still buying biscuit, we are still eating pizzas, and we are still eating burgers happily, feeling good about it. So somehow companies have been able to successfully not only draw our attention, but also have been successfully able to make us pay our money to them, no matter what the product is, no matter whether the product is good for us or not. So what you need to focus on to make sales in market for any organization and for any company, it is very important to build emotional connection with us, with public. And only when some organization and some company will be able to first draw our attention emotionally and then to build emotional connection with us, only the companies and organizations which will be able to build, which will be first able to draw our attention to them emotionally, and then will be able to build connection with us emotionally, will be able to take our money from us. And this is what their entire promotion and advertisement and marketing focus on. Why do we have half naked women in men's perfumes ad? Why do we have women standing by the cars which are meant for us men? Why do they play, why do the companies place pretty looking women beside cars in their exhibitions, the cars which are meant for us men? Why they always show you happy faces in the ad of burgers and pizzas? Why do they always show to us happy faces in the ads of mobile phones? Why? Because they are kind of emotionally stimulate us. They are trying to emotionally stimulate us and emotionally brainwash us into believing as if there is something good for us in their product and in their service. And anybody who gets succeeded in emotionally drawing our attention and emotionally building connection with us, we go and pay our money to those companies and those organizations, no matter whether the product is good for us or not. Now apply similar logic on politics. This is exactly what politicians are doing. To remain in power, they need our vote. To help their organizations work and function, to help their organizations function, they need our vote. And now to get our vote, they need something which can emotionally drive us towards them. I hope you're getting my point here. For politicians to stay in power, they need our vote. For politicians to to help keep on running their organization, to help function their own organization, they need our vote. And to get our vote, they need first of all to emotionally draw us towards them, draw our attention towards them, and then they need to emotionally stimulate us somehow, and then they need us to cast our vote in favor of them. So for that they need to build some emotional connection with you, because only when they will succeed in drawing your attention and in stimulating us emotionally, they will be able to build emotional connection with us, which will eventually drive us to cast our vote in favor of them. So now tell me, what is one thing which is easiest for them to exploit in order to build emotional connection with us people? To first draw our attention to them emotionally, and then to build connection with us emotionally. What is one thing which they can use in their favor? Well, obviously religion. Religion is something which we attach our identity with. Religion is something with which we attach our pride with. And because of this reason, religion becomes a very easy tool, a very easy means for these politicians to first draw our attention, and then to draw and then to build connection with us people. We all are too tightly emotionally attached with our religion, and because of this reason politicians exploit our religion in order to draw our attention and in order to build connection with us. Because when they will be able to draw our attention, and when they will be able to draw, and when they will be able to build connection with us emotionally, then only they will be able to make us cast our vote in favor of them. So in a way, politicians are not wrong. They are simply doing what is meant to do. They are simply doing what is part of their job. They are simply performing their job, simply performing their duty. It is what expected from them to do. It is simply a part of their job. So on moral grounds, we can say that brands must not sell alcohol and tobacco to us. We on the grounds of morality, we can say that organizations must not glorify refined flour and sugary products to the people. But as I've just told you, market does not work on morality. Market works on only and only one thing, and that one thing is profit. So if they can book profit even by selling poison to the public, market will not mind selling poison to the public. In fact, they are already selling it. Similarly, on the grounds of morality, we can say that politicians must not exploit the religion, something with which human connect their identity and pride with. On the ground of morality, we can say, on the ground of morality, we can criticize politicians that they should not ever exploit human religion in their favor. But when it comes to booking profit, when it comes to gaining the vote of people, then morality does not work anymore. Morality is something which market overlooks, and morality is something which politicians overlook. So in a way, on the ground of morality, we can say that they are doing wrong. We can criticize them for exploiting religion in order to gain the sympathy and attention of people, in order to gain the votes of people. But when you will go and sit in their seat, and when you will start looking at everything through their lenses, it will not seem wrong to you. I am telling you, you will exactly, you will start doing exactly the similar things. You will start acting and behaving similarly. You will start thinking similarly, because it will become part of your game. This is what is expected from you. If you cannot win vote, why are you even there? If you cannot bring votes for the organization, why are you even there? If you cannot help organization to win, and if you cannot help organization to function, why are you even there? So on the ground of morality, you can say politicians are wrong, they are doing something wrong. But when you, who are criticizing politicians from here where you are today, I am telling you, tomorrow when you will be on the seat of these politicians, if somehow you will go and sit in the chairs of politicians, in the positions of politicians, you will begin doing exact similar things these politicians are doing, and you will start acting and behaving in exact similar fashion these politicians are acting and behaving, because this is what will be expected from you. This is what will become part of your job. To run an organization, you need people's money. To run an organization in politics, to run an organization in market, you need people's money. To run an organization in politics, you need people's vote. And without building connection, without building emotional connection with public, you cannot bring sales for your product and for your service. Similarly, without building emotional connection with public, you can never bring votes for your organization from public. So to run an organization, market first, draw people's attention, and then they build connection with public with the help of emotions, through emotionally stimulating them somehow. Similarly, in case of politics, politicians, to get vote from public, first need to draw your attention, and then need to build connection with you emotionally somehow, by emotionally stimulating them somehow. And now in this scenario, because of this reason, your religion, human religion, becomes a very easy tool. Human religion becomes a very easy means to build that emotional connection with public. To run an organization, they need your vote. To make you cast your vote in favor of them, they need to emotionally draw your attention first, and then they need to emotionally build connection with you. And we humans attach our pride with our religion. We humans attach our identity with our religion. Because of this reason, religion becomes a very easy tool. Religion becomes a very easy means for these politicians to exploit in order to earn your vote in favor of them. So on the ground of morality, you can criticize them, you can blame them, you can say that they are doing something wrong. But when you will begin looking at them through the lenses of politics, maybe, or through the lenses of market, maybe, you will understand that they are not wrong. They are simply doing what is expected from them. They are simply doing what is part of their job. The more people they will build emotional connection with, the more vote they will get. The more vote they will get, the more success they will assure in their favor. The more probabilities of them winning an election becomes. And they know people attach their identity and pride with religion. So religion is the easiest tool and the easiest means to emotionally stimulate people and then to emotionally drive them towards themselves. So in a way, they are not wrong. In a way, you cannot put the blame of it on politicians. They are simply doing what is expected from them. They are simply doing their job. So all I have been trying to tell to you in this video is that you cannot put the blame of exploiting religion on these politicians, because it is part of their job. They are simply doing their job. And if you someday somehow will sit in the same chair some politician is sitting, I am telling you, you will start behaving and acting in similar fashion. This politician is acting and behaving. You will start doing exactly similar things what this politician is doing. He is simply assuring the win and success of his organization, because success and win of his organization is what assures power to them, and they are assuring their power somehow. They know that religion can be exploited in their favor, and they are exploiting it. The way market knows that by emotionally stimulating people, they can make them pay their money to them. So exactly in this similar fashion, politicians are acting. They are simply doing their job, because without, you must understand, even if you are planning to do a business, I am telling you this big lesson here. Without emotionally stimulating public, you can never bring sales. People just do not care about you, your product and your service, and only the companies and organizations which will be successfully able to bring the sales will survive, will run and will work. And this is what market is doing, without caring about any morality. Everybody in the market is trying to sell their product somehow, anyhow. This is the reason why movies have item songs. This is the reason why so many women are exposing on internet. This is the reason why all these brands are showing you happy faces in their ads, even when they are selling you something which is close to poison. And this is exactly why politicians are constantly and continuously provoking you on your religion, because they know this is something which they can make you vote in their favor. And this is the reason why almost every politician is telling you to increase your numbers, because more number of people believing in one faith means more number of buyers, more number of customers. And in the end, politics is the power game. In the end, whoever holds the attention and the faith and the sympathy of most number of people is the one who sits in the topmost position, who holds the most power in his hands. More number of Christian means Christianity is more powerful. More number of Muslims means Islam is more powerful. More number of Hinduism means Hinduism is most powerful. And the leaders who is sitting at the topmost position are the one who is enjoying that power. All of the leaders of Islam are enjoying the most power. All of the topmost leaders of Christianity are enjoying the most power. All of the topmost leaders of Hinduism are enjoying the most powers. And more and more number of people believing in particular faith means the people who are sitting at the topmost position gaining more and more power. In the end, it is all power game. And in the end, who has the most number of people holds the most power. And this is what is going on. This is what politics is all about. Politics is all about power. So in a way, all of these leaders who are sitting at the topmost position are using religion as a tool to keep your sympathy with them, to keep your attention on them, to keep on casting your vote in favor of them, because this is what keeps them in power. This is how they remain at the topmost seat in the hierarchy of this world. And this is why every religion is telling you to increase your numbers, because you are nothing more than a customer for these politicians. You are nothing more than a buyer for these politicians. And this is why they keep on provoking you on the basis of your religion, because more number of people believing in certain faith assures more number of customers and buyers to them. And whoever will have the most number of customers and most number of buyers will rule over the world, will hold the most power in his hands. So all of these politicians are emotionally stimulating them on the basis of your religion, so that they can keep on getting your vote in favor of them, so that they can remain in power. You are nothing more than a customer or a buyer for these politicians. They are kind of using religion as a means and tools simply to make you vote in favor of them. Exactly what market do, exactly what companies and organizations do in market to assure more and more number of buyers for their product and services. And more number of customers and buyers means more power. More number of buyers and customers in market means more profit. Similarly, more number of customers and buyers in context of politics means more power, and obviously more power eventually gets converted into more money. So I hope you have understood everything what I tried to explain to you in the video. Now it's up to you what you want to do with this knowledge, with this awareness. You are free to use it in any way in your favor you want. My job was just to explain to you the entire knowledge, simply with the intention of making you more aware about everything, about how this world is running and how things are working around you.